Good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA. It's 8 o'clock on this Tuesday. I'm Jen Lammers.
I'm Bob DeCastro. Yes, August the 11th. Let's get to Marie with a look at the forecast. Good morning.
Good morning, Jen, Bob. Good morning to you. We do have some cooler weather on tap. I'm going to do it in air quotes because it's a little bit cooler. And then I think you'll really notice as we get to tomorrow because we're going to dip even slightly below normal. Right now we're looking at some thunderstorm activity here just to our east. You can see on the right-hand side of your screen. We may get some of that action again this afternoon like we did yesterday across some of our desert communities and up into the mountains like Big Bear. If you have plans to get up to the high country or the desert communities, make sure you plan that timing and accordingly because you could get caught in some of those downpours and it could cause some flash flooding. Otherwise, right now it's mostly dry. 73 in Woodland Hills. Same for downtown LA and Santa Ana. It's warming up in San Bernardino at 75, 62 in Big Bear, currently 91 in Palm Springs. Out in the Coachella Valley, Palm Springs, it'll get to 106 with that 40% chance for some thunderstorms. 98 in the high desert, the mountains 80 degrees eventually up into Big Bear. Downtown LA today, a little cooler than yesterday's 91, so around 86. A couple degrees above average, but hey, we're headed in the right direction. 96 for the valleys on the Inland Empire to that 77 along the coast. When I come back, I'll show you the extended outlook. We'll talk about this coastal advisory in just a few moments. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. We have some breaking international news to talk about right now. A desperate search for survivors is underway in Colombia following yesterday's magnitude 7.4 earthquake. Local authorities now say more than 200 people are dead. Reports say over 3,000 others are still missing. Soldiers and volunteers are pulling concrete rubble apart by hand, searching for survivors. Fox 11 spoke to a former Los Angeles resident who now lives in Colombia. He said Southern California quakes did not prepare him for what he felt yesterday.
Today was a crazy day, honestly. Living in Los Angeles, you've been through many earthquakes, right? And I don't think any of them was at the magnitude of today, what I experienced today. You hear the screams, you hear the people crying and them running down the stairs. And, outside of my building, I saw a lot of people, outside. A lot of people ran outside.
Colombia's government has declared a national emergency to speed up funding. The U.S. State Department has pledged more than $15 million to help with emergency shelter, food, and rescue operations.
Well, back here in L.A., there's a major power move in the works at L.A. City Hall, and council member and mayoral candidate Nithya Raman says it's retaliation for challenging Karen Bass.
Gigi Graciette live in downtown L.A. with more on this. Gigi.
Well, yesterday, the councilwoman says she learned that the city council wants to remove her from her leadership position of the city's Housing and Homelessness Committee, and she wasted no time in telling them what she thought about that.
I called for an audit of our homelessness programs in Los Angeles, and now I've been removed as the chair of the Housing and Homelessness Committee. I might be getting punished for running against Mayor Bass, but Angelinos are the ones who are paying the price for these political games. The mayor has blocked our
A scathing clapback in a commercial from councilwoman and mayoral candidate Nithya Raman just hours after learning the city council wants her removed from leading the city's Housing and Homelessness Committee. Several council members, including the council president, have openly supported Mayor Karen Bass's bid for re-election, and that has Raman accusing them of political payback, something several members have already denied, saying this move was to be expected as homelessness numbers continue to go up while leaders point fingers at each other amidst one failed program after another.
That's absolutely ridiculous. There's no political retaliation going on here. These were conversations that have been underway for many weeks. There have been a number of changes in committee assignments and, just crying victim because she doesn't like her new assignments or her new workload doesn't make it so.
It's nakedly political. Everyone knows that President Marquise Harrison Dawson is a close ally of the incumbent mayor, and her policies have failed, and this is an effort to mask accountability.
Certainly differing opinions there. In a written statement, a spokesperson for Bass's campaign accused Rahman of failing in her leadership role to get homeless people off the streets, accusing her of canceling committee meetings for weeks, not showing up for important votes, and failing to deliver on building more housing. The plan now reportedly is that the city council will split the committee in two. One committee will be dedicated solely to housing in the city of Los Angeles, while the other will focus only on homelessness. Neither would be led by Rahman. A formal announcement on the plans for the committee and the leadership rules are expected from City Hall later this week. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi. Thank you. So fans worldwide are heartbroken this morning over the death of Big Bear's most famous bald eagle, Jackie.
Yeah, Mario's live outside the Raptor Center in San Dimas with more on this. Mario.
Yeah, Bob, Jen, for so many people, Jackie became part of their daily lives. They would drop into that live camera at times, watching Jackie raise her eaglets, getting close to Shadow as a mate. And just take a look behind me, because this is where the fight for her life began after a raptor rescue team based here at the San Dimas Canyon Nature Center helped get her off that mountain into care. And unfortunately, Jackie didn't survive. So take a look. She was the undisputed queen of Big Bear, flying above this lake, raising a family while millions watched from around the world. But Jackie's final 3 weeks were spent at the Ojai Raptor Center. She'd been rescued in July after she was found grounded, unable to fly, following an altercation with 2 other eagles. Veterinarians discovered that she was seriously ill, suffering from severe anemia. Jackie received intensive care, including oxygen therapy, even a blood transfusion, but her condition deteriorated. She died early Monday morning at 14 years old. She hatched in Big Bear Valley in 2012, the first bald eagle known to have been born there. And then there was Shadow. The two became mates in 2018. Their nest became must-see TV for nature lovers through a 24-hour live camera. People around the world watch Jackie and Shadow weather snowstorms, protect their eggs, and raise their eaglets. And for the people who've been watching Jackie for years, they say there will never be another eagle quite like her. Take a listen.
Started following the, like everyone else probably, the birth of the babies, and then, how they took care of them. And then it was sad to see that, what happened to Jackie. She got, in that fight, and then I'd followed that they had her at a facility. She was getting better. She wasn't getting better. And unfortunately, as you know, we heard that she passed away.
And for a lot of people, this is more than just a bald eagle. What would you say?
Yeah, it's just the babies and the mom and dad become part of your life, just watching them see, how nature develops.
Now, over her lifetime, Jackie hatched 10 eaglets, 7 of them living long enough to take their first flight from the nest, and her remains have now been transferred to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife. We've been following Jackie's journey for over a decade. That camera was put up above her nest in Big Bear Valley in 2015, and we heard from the San Bernardino City Unified School District. They've got 70 campuses. 9 of them have eagles as mascots. One of their elementary schools held a celebration of life ceremony, so we're going to have more of that coming up. But even the kids, they're sad to see, what happened here, and so many others. For now, live here in San Dimas, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, truly captured the hearts of many people across the world. All right, Mario, thank you. A tree falling and crushing a car in Woodland Hills overnight. There's a video. The massive tree fell at around 1 in the morning, blocking most of Topanga Canyon Boulevard near Dumetz. LA firefighters left the scene shortly after they were sure no one was inside the car. The road has been closed until street services can clear the tree.
One of Hollywood's biggest studios is threatening to leave California. That's a move that could take thousands of entertainment jobs along with it. Variety reports Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison is prepared to start moving the company out of California as early as October 1st. That is, unless State Attorney General Rob Bonta agrees to a settlement talk over the lawsuit challenging Paramount's Warner Brothers Discovery merger. The headquarters would report reportedly move first, followed by a 5-year plan to shift most studio jobs out of the state. Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee are among the possible relocations. At the end of last year, Paramount Skydance had about 17,600 workers worldwide, while Warner Brothers Discovery had 35,500. If the merger happens, Variety expects Ellison and his team to slash thousands of jobs at the combined company to save money and streamline operations.
The Powerball jackpot is now worth around $975 million. This all comes after no one had won the grand prize ticket last night. Despite that, some people did collect significant prizes. One ticket bought in Tennessee is worth $2 million, and 2 other tickets bought in Maryland and right here in California each won $1 million. The next drawing is tomorrow night. It will be the largest it has been since December.
All right, let's go up to Stu now for a check on traffic. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. Now I got to go buy lottery tickets. Thanks, Bob. Hey, good morning to everybody. Skybox Traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. What are we looking at? The 101. Yeah, it's that time. Skybox thirsty. We're going to be landing at Van Nuys for fuel. But in the meantime, let's take a look at that drive. Yeah, that's what I thought you guys were going to say when I showed you that shot. Northbound 101 coming away from the 405 out towards the West Valley. It is going to be a tough drive indeed. No crash, just really high volume. I guess everybody's back to school and back to work. That freeway is showing it. Now, oddly enough, the southbound lanes out of the West Valley looking pretty good here. We're still in the Tarzana area. Yeah, it is as expected. Wow, I definitely need more coffee. You can see it right there, moving along pretty good. Till you get about Tarzana, you start hitting the brakes. A little slower, less goer as you make your way over to the 405. Keep all that in mind if that's your ride. Hotspots, you brought them up. We're going to bring them to you right now.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
right, this was last night. This is all about the high tides. You know, if you were along the shore, you can see what happened, right, with the high tide coming in between 8 and 10 p.m. last night. This is out in Long Beach, causing some minor flooding here at the beach areas, the Long Beach Harbor. The tide peaked between 7 and 7.5 feet after 8 p.m. last night, pushing water up onto Bayshore Avenue. No damage reported. That's the good news. The extra high tides are expected to continue again tonight. This is all part of the astronomical tides and the new moon that is up there in the sky if you want to check it out. The coastal flood advisory is in effect for one more evening through tonight with, again, those tides coming in near 7.5 feet between 8 and 10 p.m. tonight. No other advisories, though. That's the good news. Do you remember we were just day after day talking about those excessive heat warnings? Not so much as that high continues to push to the east and weakens. We do have the onshore flow that is going to develop and strengthen as a result of that high weakening, along with our natural AC, that marine layer. We are tapping into some of that monsoonal moisture again, though, today and tomorrow, and you'll still feel a little bit of that muggy condition. However, it should start to dry out as we get to the end of the week and this upcoming weekend, and that chance for those isolated thunderstorms today could be a problem. So if you have plans to get to the mountains or the deserts, even portions of the coast in Ventura County could see some spotty showers. Otherwise, it is going to continue to gradually cool down. Today, a high of about 81 in Inglewood. Hotter, of course, in the Coachella Valley, 104 in Indio. Watch what happens in Pico Rivera. So today's still going to be pretty warm, near 90 degrees, but dropping significantly as we get to Thursday and Friday in the 80s. That'll be comfortable, and then bumping up slightly as we get to the weekend and early next week, but nowhere near as hot as it has been. Woodland Hills even 96 today, but down from the triple digits, down to just the 80s. This is much more comfortable with a little bit drier condition, and then bumping up slightly as we get to the weekend, as I mentioned. Out in Huntington Beach, 79, nice surf, 1 to 3 feet, and around 76 by the time we get to Thursday. So it's a significantly big change in our weather pattern before it heats up again early next week. So enjoy. We'll be right back after this quick break, so don't go anywhere, okay? We'll see you on the other side.
Welcome back. You can eat your way around the world without even leaving Anaheim. How about that?
I know. Well, the Anaheim Packing District is hosting its annual World Taste event tonight. I feel like that happens all year round, but this is a special event. Joining us now is World Taste organizer Devin Reeves and our friend Nika Shoemaker Machado with Georgia's Restaurant. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. I made the comment that I feel like it's all year round there because the packing house there always has basically, you know, you can go around the world there.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
But this is a special event. So tell us more about this, Devin.
Yeah, so this is our 6th annual World Taste. We did take a little bit of a break during the pandemic, but we're back. And this year it's stronger than ever. We have 24 of our over 30 restaurants here participating this year. So we're really excited. If anybody hasn't bought their ticket yet, they still have a chance to buy tickets today online until 12:30. Or if we still have some tickets left, they can buy them at the door between 4 and 7:30 for our event tonight, which is 5 to 9.
One of those events, or one of those restaurants rather, is Georgia's. And Nika, what are you going to be serving up tonight?
Tonight we have our buffalo slider, chicken sliders, and we're excited about these. We brought these new to the menu this year, and we also have on display our jambalaya, which is our house favorite. That's named after my mother, by the way. Her name is Gretchen. So it's Gretchen's jambalaya, and our blackened chicken pasta we get to celebrate also.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good.
That chicken sandwich looks, ooh, look at that. That looks
Look at the pickle.
Incredible.
And the,
So this this World Taste has a theme, Devin. It's Y2K. How did you come up with that, and how do the people who are taking part in this lean into that?
So actually our friends at D23, which is in town this weekend, they're the ones that are partnering with us today, and they're the ones that came up with the Y2K theme. So they're going to be bringing in their DJ, Clark Shuka, so expect to hear some 2000s grooves.
I'm predicting some Backstreet Boys.
I'm not going to disclose. You must come to the event to see. But definitely wear some shiny, you know, some shiny fishnets and baggy jeans. I mean, you have a trucker hat, maybe put that on.
Some low-rise jeans.
We're going to definitely have some trivia. Yeah.
So how does this work? You get a ticket, and then you basically, do you get to sample each one of the vendors, or do you choose which vendors you want to sample? How does it work?
So you're very, very close. Yeah, so each wristband comes with some tear-off tabs. You can pick a 7-course journey or a 4-course journey. I definitely suggest partnering up because each portion is big. So if, you know, 3 friends came along, you get to try 21 different tastes.
Wow.
But yeah, you essentially, like, I would have a little tab, and then come over here to Nika, give her the tab, and then she give me one of these delicious chicken sliders.
I was just going to say, you get to taste that, and like Nika, I mean, you guys, your portions are always very large, so that's enough for not just one or 2 people there.
Yes, definitely. One of the things is that my mother has really been all about food and the love behind it. So
is your mother's name? What's your mother's name?
Love in that. My mom's name is Gretchen.
Gretchen, yeah, hence the Gretchen jambalaya. Ooh, I love it. Tell us more about Georgia's.
Well, Georgia's is really a love of my mom and my dad. They were high school sweethearts. My mother used to cater out of our home when I was a young child. They would get up and play Lou Rawls and everything else. My father was like her sous chef, and she used to take things out to businesses for lunches and stuff. And we continued on with this premise of her ideology of having a brick and mortar. And we opened up here at the Anaheim Packing House, and we've never looked back since.
So you'll get all kinds of stories just like that when you go out to the packing district.
We do.
Yes.
In fact, a little special one for our name. You know, we named the place after my father. His name is George. There's 3 of us daughters. I'm second born, so they took my second letter I, my youngest sister A, my oldest sister first letter S, and that became Georgia's.
Wow, that's perfect.
Well, if anyone's ever been to Georgia's, which I have, I mean, everything on the menu is absolutely spectacular and delicious, including the fried chicken and that jambalaya. I can't wait to try. We're just bummed we don't have you in the studio here, Nika, but we will come see you soon.
Yes, we will see you soon.
Okay,
Thank you.
so check them out. World Tastes at the Anaheim Packing District. Tickets.
All right, welcome back to Good Day LA. It's 8:30, and boy, tomorrow's a big day. New school year begins for LAUSD.
Nervousness, I'm sure, and there's also excitement as well. We've got Brooke Thomas live in Baldwin Hills with an exclusive interview with Superintendent Andres Chait ahead of the first day.
Hey there, good morning. Yes, ahead of the first day, the superintendent is here actually at the school. This is a really special school because these kids in particular did really, really well with the last big academic testing. And I'm just going to sneak in because he's addressing the teachers ahead of the new school year. You can kind of see him talking to those teachers right now. But I've been told he's wrapping up and is going to head this way and chat with us pretty soon, right now. Let's see. He's thanking those teachers there and headed this way.
And again, that's a testament to the hard
Let's check in for a sec.
of everyone in this room and probably a number of folks that aren't even in this space right now. So thank you for the work you do. I'm also going to write a little bit of a blank check for the work that you're about to do in the year to come. So thank you in advance for that. Because again, you know, from lived experience, and yes, my principal time by now is a little bit dusty and musty, but I still remember the challenges of being at a school site, the challenges of being in a classroom, and also the opportunities. So thank you again for that. We did bring, there's nothing better to start the year off, notwithstanding our healthy focus and a little bit of sugar. So we did bring some donuts for folks to nosh on as we get through the day. But really and truly, just thank you. Thank you for the work you do. And let's just go right into another amazing school year. Thank you, folks. Appreciate you. Thank you, very much appreciated.
Okay, here he comes, heading this way to chat with us.
Start with some team building. So, Ms. Alamatora.
Got some young teachers apparently.
Let's head this way.
Good morning, everyone.
Oh my.
All right, thanks for being here with us.
Of course, my pleasure.
Today. Look, let's get started. Have a little chat, if that's okay
Sure.
with you. Because
maybe.
Is this a gift basket for a teacher?
For one of our teachers,
That's
yes.
awesome. I'll get on the side of you if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, so tomorrow is a big day, a really big day. There's a lot to look forward to this incoming school year. I'm curious, what is something parents should know for tomorrow that maybe they don't already know today?
Well, there's a couple of amazing things that we've put in place for this coming year.
Okay.
One is, as you know, we offer transportation for all.
Okay.
Any of our parents who want transportation for their kiddos can definitely register and apply for it.
Mm-hmm.
What we have now is we've upgraded and updated our buses. So now, as mom and dad, you can actually see your kiddos' actual progress on the bus, getting to school, getting home. We know for a lot of parents, they want that. They want to be able to see where their child is in relation to school, so now we have that available for them. Also, and I know this from having tasted the food myself last week, we have an amazing new menu at LAUSD. We have pozole, we have butter chicken, we have a chorizo bowl in the morning. If you had told me 30 years ago when I started with the district as a teacher that we would have that on our menu, I wouldn't have believed you, Brooke. So the fact that we have it now is amazing.
I love that. Okay, listen, you've talked a lot about continuity. First of all, congratulations.
Thank you.
on the new job. It's a new job. I'm sure it doesn't feel very new. You've been with the district for decades. But, you know, you've talked a bit about continuity. I'm curious, how do you plan to set yourself apart from prior superintendents?
You know, that's really not, how do I put this? That's not really how I think.
Okay.
What I think about and what I've always tried to do is engage in servant leadership. My role is to make other people's jobs and roles easier so that they can ultimately serve our kiddos. So I guess if I was going to differentiate myself, it's primarily going to be about really not so much what I do, but how I do it.
Okay. Obviously, there are some concerns going into this school year, a lot to be excited about, record academic gains.
Yes.
And I know I was talking to our viewers this morning about this school in particular. We're really proud of these students in particular. There is also the looming budget crisis, of course. And so I wanted to ask you, what is something that you are absolutely unwilling to cut?
So our focus, and I've said this in my remarks over the last few weeks as we sort of kicked off the campaign for the new school year, our focus is always going to be on the schoolhouse, on minimizing any impact to our schools, to our classrooms, to our learners. We're always going to look first at what we call non-labor reductions, contracts. We're going to look at, frankly, central office and see what reductions we can make there before we impact our schools.
Anything that you can say you're willing to cut?
Again, I think probably at the top it would be our non-labor spending. You know, I know there's already been a lot of discussion and publicity around contracts. It's a little bit more challenging and more nuanced than maybe folks would like to think. We're getting to the point with contracts where we're really getting down to utilities, and we're certainly not going to cut utilities because, you know, that's critical to the work.
Families in Boyle Heights, they are still dealing with the aftermath of the Lineage fire. Many parents are concerned. How do you, I guess, deal with those concerns? How do you let them know about the safety of their children in area schools?
So ever since the fire happened back on June 17th, Brooke, the district team has been at the impacted schools, primarily those within a 1-mile radius of the Lineage warehouse. We've been doing deep cleaning, changing filters, putting in carbon filters, changing schedules for the coming year so that students can still play but maybe stay indoors, particularly with the odors and, frankly, the heat this time of year. We wanted to make sure that our community was aware of what we were doing. So not only have we done a number of webinars. We also know that sometimes families just need that personal touch. So we've actually knocked on almost 10,000 doors just going in that community to make sure that folks, parents know the resources that are available.
That's a big deal.
Yes,
yeah, because a lot of times it's about what you know. Okay, I want to walk you around this corner because I know you have a treat for a teacher here. Again, we've been talking about the importance of this school, and I think overall it's nice for people in this neighborhood, in this part of town, to just be reminded that they matter. And so it's really cool that, I think for me, that we're here at this school, but you have something?
Yes, I do.
Teachers?
So, like you mentioned, we're here at Baldwin Hills Elementary. It's a school that has an enrollment of about 70% African American students. We've seen amazing gains with those students, so I wanted to just drop by.
Okay.
Speaking of,
well, as we send things back to the studio, we'll
hello. How are you, Ms. Jackson?
Superintendent.
It's very nice to meet you, Andres.
Teacher there. Back to you guys.
Thank you for
Back
welcoming
to
me.
business.
That's right.
Great
Teachers-
conversation, Brooke.
Great conversation, and as we see, the teachers are already hard at work there.
Already. They've been,
ready to go.
They have been
ready
hard
to
at
go,
work.
Ready to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Kids are, as we said, ready to go back to school, and they should be ready for some big changes.
Yeah, so last year, the LAUSD implemented a cell phone ban. Well, this year, they're going one step further. So new screen time limits will be put into effect, and these will be some of the strictest in the country. When they go back, first graders and below, no screen time period. Starting in November, second and third graders will be limited to 20 minutes of screen time a day, while students in fourth and fifth grade will be allowed 30 minutes a day.
Starting in January, middle school students will be allowed 1 hour of screen time per course per week. When they hit high school, that's the 9th grade, it will be 1.5 hours for those high school students.
So here to talk more about it is Dr. Lauren LaQuasto. She is child development and early education expert, also chief academic officer at the Goddard School. Thank you for being here this morning.
Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Bob.
I know that was a lot of information to throw your way, but overall, what's your take on these new limits for screen time for kids?
I'm excited to see it. I think that what LAUSD is doing is the first in a wave that we're going to see. We have spent years asking the question, how much screen time is too much? But LAUSD is asking the right question, what was screen time replacing? And what they're finding is that if we take the screens out, we actually have more opportunity for children to collaborate, to create, to have conversation, and to really engage in much deeper learning. So I'm actually thrilled to see this, and I believe it's going to start a wave across this country.
Well, we were just thinking, like, you know, we've talked about this time and time again. Back in our day, we learned completely differently. We learned cursive, penmanship. Everything was so different. It was more tactile, more engaging. What are the benefits of that for children?
So children need opportunities to have unstructured free play, to really have those deep learning experiences. One thing that we've realized is in this day and age where screens are so present in the home, children have less time to be bored and to think of ways to entertain themselves. Practice real problem solving. When you're on a screen and you type something into chat or you type something into a Google search, you get an immediate answer. It doesn't allow you to sit and think about the problem and to come up with your own solutions. So that's what's missing, and that's what I think we're going to see as a very positive shift in the school district.
I hope so too, because there are a lot of schools out there that, I also think it's not talked enough about the differences in learning between boys and girls, for example, and the developmental differences there. Can you talk more about that?
It's a great question. So you're exactly right. There are differences in how males and females learn in the classroom. And we see that very early. We see that our boys really need to move and to touch and to interact with things. And we see that our girls need a lot of time to talk and deliberate and have conversation. Now, that's not gender specific. Both genders learn both ways. But what we're really seeing is a greater sensitivity to the breadth of learning. And really, screen time silences both. It makes us sit passively. We're not moving. So it kind of works against our kinesthetic active learners. And we sit in quiet and we're reading or interacting with the screen. So we're not conversing. So it's really not working ideally for either type of learning. And that's not, technology is not the curse. curse. It's okay. It's not going anywhere. But I think it is important that we're beginning to think broader about how young children learn.
Yeah, it isn't the curse. And let's be honest. I mean, the technology is always going to be here, and we're always going to have this technology around us. So the screens aren't going to go away, and they'll probably be utilized in some sort of way, right? So we just need to be responsible and practical in knowing what the electronics are, how we're going to utilize these things. And these are things that are going to be part of their daily lives.
You're exactly right. One of the goals of education is to prepare children for the world in which they live and which they will live. And technology is not going away. We're going to forever have access to immediate information, ways to be connected through technology, et cetera. So I don't see what the school district is doing as working against that. I think it's complementing it. Technology is okay. Technology is here to stay, and it does a lot of good in terms of learning and education. But there's other areas that are also important that we need to nurture, especially in our younger learners, to create them for an optimal learning pathway.
If you were to throw out the playbook completely, when it comes to these young kids, like we're talking like, elementary school, right? TK, kindergarten, first, second grade. What are some of the things that you would focus on? Number one.
Well, sure. I think really allowing some unstructured time where the adults give the child a problem and space to solve it in their own way. Young children are naturally so curious, and they're naturally entrepreneurial. They'll think of new ideas and new solutions. And when we allow children space to work with each other, we hear heightened vocabulary, we hear authentic problem-solving skills, and we see a lot of social gain in young children learning how to debate, how to problem solve, how to collaborate, how to solution, all of these critical life skills which are so important. So I would love to see schools nurture more of that unstructured time, or those big world problems where the adult steps back and let the children become active scientists and active solvers.
Dr. LaQuasto, I'm curious to know whether you think there's going to be any sort of withdrawal in a weird way, because these kids are used to being on their screens all the time. And then you're talking about when you get to middle or high school. I mean, this is a lifetime of basically holding on to their phones or iPads or whatever and screens and constantly engaged through that way. Is there going to be any sort of like a period where they're going to have to try to get used to this new dynamic?
There may be. I mean, I'm willing to bet you're all probably holding your cell phone in your hand. We adults,
it's right in front of my face right now.
Yes.
We're glued to it. We hear the ding, we check the text. And young children are being programmed in that way as well. So I think it's going to be different. But the reality is they still have screens in their home. And we're not removing screens completely from older elementary, middle school, or high school. We're just creating boundaries around it. Mm-hmm. So I actually think that what we're doing is creating the right idea, everything in moderation. Screens aren't going away, but let's have them in moderation. And for young children, we give them alternatives, that unstructured time, that open-ended time. We're actually going to see a heightened love of learning, which will reignite that which screens can somewhat undo. So I think the children are going to be okay. They still might itch for that cell phone in middle school and high school, but they'll adjust.
I do think, and even as an adult, I've found this to be true, is that writing things down, you almost absorb that information better when you write something down, and you can gather your thoughts better when you write it down. Therapists will tell you this too, to write down your thoughts in like a journal. So I do think there's something to that tactile way of learning that we should preserve that in some way.
You're exactly right. We reinforce the learning. You hear something, you write it down, so you're having to actually think through it, actually go through the physical motion of writing.
It's like a note card, right?
It is. You're reinforcing your own learning in a lot of positive ways. And there are other important learning behaviors as well, which screens don't allow. Yeah. So I actually applaud the school district. I'm excited for the teachers, because I think the teachers are going to see children come into the classrooms even more excited to learn and to engage. And we're going to see that creative spark reignited, which is exciting and thrilling.
And more present.
I've changed my mind now. Maybe it's not withdrawal. Maybe maybe it's going to be a relief, when you're engaged, you're focused, you have the attention, and there's a lot more collaboration and the talking among students. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of
everything
there.
That's old is new again, and I'm hoping that there will be a day sooner than later that we go back to the days when everything was, when we would communicate with each other face to face, and the analog way, I guess you could say.
Get a good old chalkboard.
Communicating on the streets. Yeah, the chalkboards. Remember how you designate that one person to clean the chalkboards?
Just clean the chalkboards, right.
Go out there and beat the erasers against each other. I miss those days, Dr. Loquasto.
Sure, everything's a balance, and I hope that we find that balance as well. There's beauty in this technology age, but there's also beauty in the age that preceded it. And I think in time we'll see the pendulum find that happy medium. And again, I applaud the school district for looking to do that.
Yeah, let's hope
We're headed there. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate the time. Thank you.
All right, over to Samada now for a check on traffic.
Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Bob. Everything in moderation, right? We've got traffic, Good LA Traffic, sponsored by the offices of Jacob and Ronnie. Call jacob.com. 2 issues working out there right now. We're going to take you to the first one out in Orange County through Huntington Beach, northbound side of the 405 at Beach Boulevard. We're getting word of a multiple vehicle crash involving up to 3 vehicles, and one of those vehicles is a pickup truck that overturned in the roadway. Tow trucks and emergency crews are rushing to the scene there, and already we're picking up the delay. Also, out towards West Covina, westbound side of Lieutenant Vincent Avenue, 2 vehicles collided here, and it is taking away the fast lane, but you are going pretty slow, about 22 miles an hour. Tow truck is also en route there. Real-time traffic, 33 minutes. Go ahead and allow yourself that much time to get from downtown to get to Santa Monica. A little over half an hour. Your drive along the 110 north from the 405 coming inbound from Gardena, and the West 60 from the 57, 53 minutes. That's going to be a tough drive. Both directions of the 405, live Caltrans camera at Lakewood Boulevard through Long Beach, looking good at this hour. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
And Good Day LA weather is brought to you by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. I look outside at the airport. Let's see if that Skylink is moving, that people mover. Nope, not right now, not at the moment. But we do have some warm temperatures outside, or at least starting to warm up. Not quite as hot as it has been. That's the good news. This cooling is continuing. We've got the onshore flow and this deepening marine layer. We're still tapping into a little bit of that humidity and that chance for more monsoons, but temperatures definitely going to dip below average, actually, as we get into the middle and latter part of this week. High pressure is still there, but it is definitely weakening and pushing off to the east. So that is why we're going to see more of the onshore flow and that deepening marine layer. We do have one alert. We don't have any of the excessive heat warnings or heat advisories, just this coastal flood advisory for more potential for minor coastal flooding later tonight. We do have the high tide still coming in anywhere from 7.2 to 7.5 between 8 and 10 p.m. So it's going to cause some water to come up on some of those low-lying areas, those parking lots, some of those condos that are right there on the sand on the shore. 74 to 77 on the sand today, with surf heights anywhere from 1 to 3 feet. Really fun-sized waves in Orange County, 2 to 4 feet. Again, watch the high tides later tonight. 86 for downtown LA today. Look at how it really cools down to below average tomorrow, and then just in the upper 70s for Thursday and Friday. And then it warms up slightly as we get to the weekend, but staying slightly below the average. 96 for the valleys, the Inland Empire. Slight chance for some showers, but look at the temperatures getting back down to around 86 on Thursday, and we'll lose a little bit more of that humidity as well as we get to the weekend. 80 up into the mountains with a scattered thunderstorm chance out there in the high country. If you have plans to go hiking, you want to plan accordingly, please. Make sure you stay away from those thunderstorms and the potential for even some flash flooding, especially out as we get to the deserts. High desert today, 98 degrees with that slight chance for some storms. Greater chances as we get to the Coachella Valley today. Palm Springs, 106, 40% chance for some thunderstorms. And then a little cooler, 101 this coming Thursday. This is my weather for now. I'll send it back to you.
Oh, thank you, Maria.
Our conversations off camera are more interesting than the ones that we have on camera.
I'd say.
Yeah.
You're going to have to pay for that, right? Yeah.
We should have a paywall.
Look, a paywall.
We should. Everybody else does.
Right. Serious, truly. Good morning to you. Let's jump on into entertainment. Sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. You know, Brad Pitt, he is one of the most well-known movie stars in the game. But even stars have and share human moments when it comes to addiction. After 7 years of sobriety, Brad Pitt has started drinking again. For the September cover story of Esquire, Brad Pitt is getting real and shares this, quote, "I was sober for 7 years and then I got back off the wagon." In a more restrained manner, he clarified, also saying, quote, "I got overconfident a couple times, went, yup, nope, not good for me, not in big quantities." His candid confession came as he reflected on the harder chapters of his life, including dealing with family stuff. Since 2016, this is when it kind of started, when he began the divorce process from his ex-wife, Angelina Jolie. One quote that I actually appreciated from him in the article was this, quote, "Yeah, listen, this bleep ain't easy, and you're talking to a guy who won the lottery." Quote.
Yes, he recognizes how blessed his life has been.
He's a very privileged life.
Right, exactly.
But you have all the means to deal with whatever issues
all the
you
resources,
might have. Yeah, and still, it's
tough.
Yeah.
So just when if you think, oh, if I just had more money or if I just had more access, he's kind of saying you can have all of it, and it's still
no one's impenetrable.
Right. Sharing is caring, so I think it's nice that he opened up about that subject. All right, speaking of another subject, did not think that women had to clarify or justify this.
Are you going to talk about what I think you're going to be talking about?
I am going to talk about that. Anne Hathaway has had one amazing movie and moment after another this year, from The Devil Wears Prada 2 to The Odyssey, now The End of Oak Street that comes out later this week, and then the upcoming film based on the book by Colleen Hoover, Verity. But let's not forget, she's producing one of her biggest projects this year, her soon-to-be third child. She has a 10-year-old, a soon-to-be 7-year-old, and pretty soon, a new baby. Take a look. This was her on the carpet this past weekend at the premiere for The End of Oak Street. Her latest appearance, though, on this carpet for the film had some on social media questioning her bump.
Oh, my God. Are we not picked apart enough already.
Why were they questioning the bump?
They were saying it looked fake.
Oh my God.
They were saying, why did she put, makeup on or whatever?
okay.
Unless you push a watermelon out, then you have no room to talk.
Truly. I mean, first of all, you're not even supposed to ask a woman if she's expecting.
That's
and
right.
now people are online are accusing women of wearing fake bumps. Come on. It's beautiful. So Anne clapped back on her latest Instagram post saying, fake hair, real bump. Enjoy the end of Oak Street block party chaos with me as my outfit literally melts in the heat. One comment in part said, y'all really have her saying fake hair, real bump, like her uterus owed us receipts.
Like she has to explain. That's crazy.
I mean,
what's up? What's up with people?
Being a woman is exhausting.
You literally can't win. You actually really can't win.
Go on social media. You'll see if she's had so much work done. Go on social media and see it's somebody who's aged naturally. Oh, she looks so old. Which one?
Yeah.
Which one is a woman supposed to choose then?
Yeah.
You cannot win. So you know what you have to do? Just make yourself happy.
People were even taking like close-up shots of her bump, where her bump meets her jeans, saying that there was like a prosthetic belly. First of all, bumps come in all shapes and sizes.
She might have put makeup on it, right?
Sure.
But it's like, like anything else, like if you were going to like show leg or whatever.
Yeah, like airbrush the Sally Hansen spray on the legs.
Put makeup on your leg so it's a smoother leg or whatever. So what's the difference?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's a bunch of losers with too much time on their hands on the internet.
Let's check in on our poll question today, all about Spider-Man. We asked you, who is your favorite Spider-Man? Tobey Maguire winning today's poll with 47%. In second place, Tom Holland, and then Shameik Moore and Andrew Garfield tied. Go to foxla.com/vote to get your say in and leave us a comment. We will be right back.
Tobey Maguire was the one with the upside-down Spider-Man kiss, right?
Good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA at 9 o'clock. I'm Sandra Endo.
And I'm Bob DeCastro. Roxia is off today. Let's get to Maria with a look at our forecast. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, we have a good-looking forecast, actually. Temperatures are continuing to cool down. We're still getting that humidity, though. And in fact, as we take a look at our satellite radar pictures, we're seeing those subtropical clouds, the monsoons, and now we're seeing these showers pop up a little bit more just to our east over the desert communities, not just over Arizona. So that chance for thunderstorms around again today. So beware of that. If you were planning to get up to the mountains or the deserts, you want to make sure you plan ahead for the potential for some of those storms, as well as even some flash flooding. Right now it is 76 in Woodland Hills, 77 in downtown LA, 74 out towards Ontario, 91 in Palm Springs, 69 in Big Bear. And you are feeling that humidity up there as well. That instability around 30 to 40% chance for some showers up in the mountains, 98 in the high desert to 106 in Palm Springs today, with a greater chance for those thunderstorms out towards the Coachella Valley. 96 for our San Fernando Valley, as well as parts of the Inland Empire. 86 for downtown LA. That is down. You'll notice it'll be cooler today than yesterday's 91 to that 77 along the coast. We'll talk about one weather alert that is in place, not a heat advisory, coming up in my complete forecast. In the meantime, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. So thousands of people around the world are feeling the loss of Big Bear's beloved bald eagle, Jackie.
The internet star passed yesterday from a still unknown illness. Mario is live in San Dimas with more on this. Mario.
Yeah, that's right, Bob, Sandra. So many feeling the loss this morning, more than just a famous bald eagle, a symbol of hope, a symbol of conservation here locally. And it was a rescue team here at this nature center in San Dimas that brought her in here to this facility, initially giving her care before she was transferred to Ojai, where she spent the last 3 weeks of her life. Now, take a look. We've been following Jackie's journey for over a decade. She's been soaring above the Big Bear Lake here, becoming not just one of the most famous bald eagles in the country, but a symbol of conservation for millions. Now fans around the world are mourning Jackie, who died early Monday after spending 3 weeks in the care of the Ojai Raptor Center. She was taken there after a territorial fight with 2 younger eagles left her injured and unable to fly, and veterinarians soon discovered that she was anemic, and despite their efforts, her health continued to deteriorate. She hatched above Big Bear Lake in 2012 and was believed to be the first bald eagle born in the area, and then came Shadow. In 2018, he moved into Jackie's territory, eventually becoming her mate. A 24/7 Nest camera allowed millions of people to watch their story unfold in real time through eggs and eaglets. They bared snowstorms and setbacks, and this morning we spoke with part of the rescue team here in San Dimas, feeling the loss this morning.
It's very unfortunate. It's because, you know, we do a lot. Me and my staff here work endlessly around the clock trying to nurse these birds back to good health and, you know, put them back into their natural habitat, especially here at the San Dimas Nature Center is working with Ojai. So I'm pretty sure, you know, they're feeling the effects too. They usually don't last that long with that. They usually go quick. She fought for a while. That's the resilience, the fighter. Oh, definitely.
And Jackie's followers helped rally behind an effort to save Moon Camp, 63 acres of land near the Eagles' territory, from development. That land now being protected after a massive fundraising effort that included some 25,000 small donations and a huge donation of $5.5 million. So an end to a remarkable chapter. Jackie, 14 years old, and according to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, these bald eagles can live anywhere from 15 to 25, even 30 years. And part of the team here at this nature center says that she's a fighter. When she came in, her condition was admittedly bad, and they said that she lasted weeks longer than anticipated, and they credit that to the amount of positive energy surrounding Jackie. For now, live here in San Dimas, we'll send it back to you.
You will always be remembered as a fighter. All right, Mario, thank you. A tree falling and crushing a car in Woodland Hills. Pictures here from overnight. The massive tree fell around 1 this morning, blocking most of Topanga Canyon Boulevard near Dumetz. LA firefighters left the scene shortly after they were sure no one was inside. The road has been closed until street services clears that tree.
New drama in the battle for LA mayor. Candidate Nithya Raman is set to lose a key city council leadership position.
She says it's political payback for challenging Karen Bass. Gigi Graciette is live at City Hall with the very latest on this. Gigi.
Well, certainly a lot of political experts are questioning the timing of the announcement that the city council wants to remove councilwoman and mayoral candidate Nithya Raman from her leadership role of the city's Housing and Homeless Committee. The councilwoman wasted no time in replying.
An audit of our homelessness programs in Los Angeles, and now I've been removed as the chair of the Housing and Homelessness Committee. I might be getting punished for running against Mayor Bass, but Angelinos are the ones who are paying the price for these political games. The mayor has blocked our independently elected...
A scathing clapback in a commercial from councilwoman and mayoral candidate Nithya Raman, coming just hours after learning the city council wants her removed from leading the city's Housing and Homelessness Committee. Several council members, including the council president, have openly supported Mayor Karen Bass's bid for re-election, and that has Raman accusing them of political payback, something several members of the city council have already denied, saying this move was to be expected as the number of homeless in the city of Los Angeles continue to rise.
It's nakedly political. Everyone knows that President Marquise Harrison Dawson is a close ally of the incumbent mayor, and her policies have failed, and this is an effort to mask accountability.
That's absolutely ridiculous. There's no political retaliation going on here. It has been incumbent upon her to plan for the future, to understand the issues and challenges that we were faced with, and to course correct where necessary. She has not taken any substantive or meaningful action.
In a written statement, a spokesperson for Bass's campaign accused Raman of failing in her leadership role to get homeless people off the streets, accusing her of canceling committee meetings for weeks, not showing up for important votes, and failing to deliver on building more housing. What the city council will do officially remains to be seen, but word is that they plan to split the council's homelessness committees in two. One would be dedicated solely to housing, while the other would focus on homelessness in the city of Los Angeles. Obviously, Nithya Raman would not lead either committee. A formal announcement is expected later this week. Reporting live, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
Gigi, thank you. LAUSD students return to class tomorrow as the nation's second largest school district prepares for another year of opportunities and challenges.
Brooke Thomas live in Baldwin Hills with an exclusive conversation with the new superintendent. Good morning, Brooke.
Hey there, yes, so I'm here at this elementary school. It's going to be a lot crowded tomorrow morning, as you can imagine. The superintendent is making his way, delivering some fun little gift baskets, personalized gift baskets to some of the teachers. So we're about to go inside, I believe, a third grade teacher's classroom where the superintendent is right now. But I wanted to ask you guys, that reminded me, do you remember the name of your third grade teacher, Sandra and Bob?
Grade teacher.
I do, Mrs. Griffin.
Oh, I know my second grade.
I had Mrs. Brady.
Okay.
It's hard to remember all of them. Yeah,
I know.
Let's meet another third grade teacher. Let's see.
My fifth grade, Mrs. Ogawa. My fourth grade, Mr. Sachs. Third grade.
Second grade, Mrs. Miller.
Sorry to interrupt here.
First grade, Mrs. Toast.
They're trying to remember their third grade teachers' names. Bob got Miss Griffin. I had Miss Brady. And you are Mr.
Mr. White.
Mr. White. Third grade teacher. Right?
Yes, Mr. White is one of our amazing teachers here at Baldwin Hills Elementary. We were just talking about the outcomes that we're seeing here at Baldwin Hills Elementary, which I want to replicate all across the district. And I was kind of drilling down with Mr. White around, what's the secret sauce? What is it that we do? Do you mind sharing a little bit of that?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have a microphone on it, but man, I'll get really close. Yeah. Okay.
No, I was sharing with the superintendent that one thing that's special here is culture responsive pedagogy, making sure that the children see themselves in the curriculum. Because bringing up, this is a 70% black school, so we make sure, like our core lit, we're doing dragons in a bag. The main characters are black to reflect the identities of our students. But on top of that, using data, using our professional learning communities, and doing what we call local data. So we look at student work in grade level groups. We figure out what the weak spots are, and we provide interventions for those students. And we also look at who the students who are strong and how we can extend what they're doing so they can continue to be challenged.
I love that. That's awesome. That's really cool. I was just saying earlier that I don't think I had a black teacher until middle school, and that's you know, it's a bigger deal than I think people may understand. So thank you. I hope to chat with you a little bit later today if possible. Can I steal your box, though?
Thank you again. Thank you. I'll come by again.
All right, let's take a walk outside of the classroom, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
Okay, so first of all, congratulations. I've been saying that all morning for you. Congratulations. This is your first year in this job. Not at all, by far, your first year with the district, though. You've been with the district for decades. You could kind of be called the ultimate insider, because I believe previous superintendents, they weren't with the district. They came in new to the district, right? And so I wanted to ask you, what is something you know now that maybe you didn't know when you first started with LAUSD?
You know, probably it's really the range of opportunities that we offer our students. You know, I started out again all the way back in '98. People keep telling me, you know, that I've been with the district a long time, which is a very nice way of saying that I'm old. I've been with the district since '98. I started as a kindergarten teacher at a very relatively small elementary school, Queen Anne Elementary. What I've seen now over the last 28, 29 years is we have so many amazing opportunities. There's really, I can't even think of something that a student might be interested in that we don't have an opportunity for them in our system. Our challenge always is making those accessible to our families.
Yeah, a lot to learn over 30-some years. You started young, okay? Not calling you old there. Anything that you learned the hard way? It's a lot of time in the district. Anything that you can think of over the years?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, my number one learning, and I really try to keep this in mind at all times, is that if you really want to get something done, you have to do it in collaboration and community. In the few times when I was still a principal, when I would try to basically say, and I was actually talking to Mr. White about this, when I would try to say to my teachers, we're going to do this just because I, as principal, say we should do it, they would be gracious and they would do it, but it wouldn't be done to depth because they didn't believe in it. Now, when I would engage with them and we would come together and we would actually talk things through and collaborate on a decision, we'd get much better results.
Okay, I want to talk about, get into some issues here. Immigration. And you've talked a bit, I've heard you talk a bit about immigration. And immigration enforcement is still a major concern for many families at LAUSD. What do you say to those families who may feel afraid, honestly, to send their kids to school?
Sure. So we've had a lot of supports available for our families, really going all the way back to January 2025. Our families consistently tell us that they understand that once students are on campus, they're safe, they're secure, those are good spaces. The biggest challenge our families share is getting from home to school. So we have a number of supports in that place. First, we have a rapid response network in terms of notifications. So when we do find out about activity in the area, we immediately send notifications to our families so that parents can make informed choices. Second, we actually have staff, both paid staff and some volunteer folks, that are sharing information with us, have eyes out there to let us know. Third, and I would argue maybe most importantly, we've had some families that have said really directly to me when I visited homes, Mr. Chait, that's all well and good, I need more than that. And so we are happy to offer home to school transportation by bus for the students whose families tell us they really have that fear. And so we're picking up over 1,000 families, over 1,000 students at their doorstep and getting them to school every day.
Okay, last question. I hear there's a new menu. It's so interesting. I just met Miss Jamie running the cafeteria here, and there is something that every school district just does really well, just knowing who to hire to run the cafeteria. I got that feeling that you get. It's not just that you like her because she gives you the food. It's just, it's her personality, and it's at every single school, especially here in this district. So what are you most excited about on this new menu?
Well, first of all, again, if you had told me back when I started as a teacher and it was a pretty steady menu of pizza, chalupas, and corn dogs, that we would have the menu we have now, honestly, I wouldn't have believed you. There's a couple of items I'm really excited about. There's, for the breakfast servings, there's a chorizo, egg, and potato bowl, which I just tried last Thursday. Amazing. Just a great way to start the day. But my favorite is actually a dish that was designed by our own students. Our students at Poly High School, they won a culinary competition, and so their butter chicken with naan bread is on the menu at all of our schools.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay, hey, thank you so much for doing that.
Appreciate you.
This is a great school.
Yes, it is.
I just want to hang out here, especially when it's calm. It's going to get a little crazy tomorrow. But I'll send things back to you all in the studio.
I'm sure you're invited to go back, Brooke. It does look like an amazing school.
I know, it's so nice. Everyone's talking about how they wake up with us in the mornings.
That's so nice.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Thank you to the superintendent. Good luck to everyone. All right, Maria.
How are the roads looking?
I'm just going to give a shout out to my 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Hashimoto.
Oh.
In Hawaii.
In Hawaii.
Maybe she's here on vacation. I don't know. But yeah, she was really good. I really enjoyed her. All right. Good morning to you. Good Day LA Traffic brought to you by Downtown LA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. All right. Zooming into one of our live traffic cameras. A little slower here on the 405 freeway southbound at Harbor. You can see there's volume on the road, but it is moving. That's the good news. The other side, on that northbound side of the 405, also quite well. As we take a look at our drive times in and out of downtown LA, it's a little slower than usual. I think part of that is because, there's more cars on the road, back to school and stuff. Westbound 10 between the 5 to the 405 going towards Santa Monica, about 32 minutes. On that north 110 between the 405 to the 10, 23 minutes. And on that west 60, it's extra slow between the 57 to the 5, 44 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DT LA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
We're arguing over here.
Well, we just got
argue. We have
debates.
Debates.
Lively debate. Absolutely, exactly. We'll jump into it. Entertainment is sponsored by Yamava Resort and Casino. So you've probably heard the news of this morning regarding Paramount. If you haven't, let me catch you up. So one of Hollywood's biggest studios, Paramount, is threatening to leave California, and this move could take thousands of entertainment jobs with it. Variety reporting that Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison is prepared to start
moving the company out of California as early as October 1st, unless State Attorney General Rob Bonta agrees to settlement talks over a lawsuit challenging Paramount's Warner Brothers Discovery merger. The headquarters would reportedly move first, followed by a 5-year plan to shift most studio jobs out of the state. So where, right? Well, 3 options: Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee are among the possible relocations. At the end of last year, Paramount Skydance had about 17,600 workers worldwide, while Warner Brothers Discovery had about 35,500. Now, if the merger happens, Variety expects Ellison and his team to slash thousands of jobs at the combined company. That way, it would save them money and streamline operations. We did reach out to Attorney General Rob Bonta earlier this morning for a statement regarding this news, and they did send us the link to his X that he just posted about 19 minutes ago, so I will read that. Rob Bonta saying, in a span of weeks, Paramount agreed to halt the merger until a court decision or until June of 2027. They asked for a November trial and is now back with another attempt to blackmail the state into letting an illegal deal through. Paramount has lost the plot as it continues to lose in court. It didn't work the first time on the eve of our July lawsuit, and it won't work this time. That is directly from AG Rob Bonta on X. Again, about 19 minutes ago. So we got a response.
Yeah, they're going to have to figure out another move because AG Bonta is not going to do what they're demanding.
Well, right, and if that is the case, then just to remind everyone about the ticking fee, which is $7 million a day starting in October until the March 2nd, 2027 trial, which equals about $1.2 billion. Pocket money.
Unless Paramount goes through what they say they're going to do, possibly do, and move. So.
Right.
It's a game of chicken. You know, it's who's going to make the move first? Who's going to cave?
But, you know, he's probably not really wanting to pay that $7 million a day. But AG Bonta standing strong on this lawsuit. All right, Nikki Glaser. She has shaken up the comedy world and also the award show world after crushing her hosting gig at the Golden Globes earlier this year. Now she's shaken up her representation. Now, you know, in Hollywood, it's all about talk to my agent, talk to my manager, talk to my publicist. Well, according to Page 6, Nikki Glaser has fired her reps at UTA, and she's jumped to their rival, WME. WME will work with her to target new opportunities across motion pictures, scripted and unscripted television, literary, digital content, podcasting, and beyond. They say that they're gonna help her further expand her global touring business. She was Emmy nominated for her work as the host of the 83rd annual Golden Globes earlier this year. And just so people are aware, even if you fire your agent, so if she fires her agent today in August, but that agent brokered her deal to host the Globes again in January, she's still cutting a 10% check to that old agent.
Right. Don't we know it?
We know it.
These are her people. Her people are changing.
Yeah.
Unless there was some kind of an amicable agreement to
Based on
separate.
Page 6 in California Post, it left them stunned. So I don't know about the amicable. I don't know, but I'm just basing it off of
They weren't ready for it. They didn't know she was looking around to change her people.
Or she was being courted. You
That's
never know.
right.
Last hour we asked you, who is your favorite Spider-Man? Oh, 50. Now it's back to Tom Holland. 51% say Tom Holland. Last hour, Tobey Maguire was in the lead, but now he's in second place. And then Andrew Garfield taking third. Go to foxla.com/vote. We got some comments. Ronald in Victorville says Tobey Maguire is the only webhead who handled business on his own. Do you agree?
Does he mean, like, you know, the Hulk didn't come in and help?
Yeah. Chris and Santa Ana, I have to go with Tom, not because he's the best actor of the group, because he has the best writing in the MCU behind him. Definitely makes a difference. I like all of our MCU fans today. I know this name. You want to read that, Sandy?
Love Shamik Moore's portrayal of Miles Morales and the beautiful stories and the artwork of the Spider-Verse. Tom Holland, then Toby for live action.
Very good. I can definitely agree with that. Thank you, Tashaka. Okay, remember, go to foxla.com/vote. You don't only get to vote, you get to weigh in like you just saw. Maybe we'll read your comment on the air. Who's your favorite?
Chaco is like Switzerland.
Tom, probably.
No, I think Tobey Maguire, because I've only seen one.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good Day LA weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casinos. A live look outside. This is our camera on Catalina, and we are looking towards the Carnival cruise ship. I think the visitors are trying to get on the island, which is a good idea. Beautiful conditions there, most definitely. The heat risk is definitely lowering, especially for the valleys and the Inland Empire. You can see how a few days ago we were talking about it being very extreme, and we had those extreme heat warnings in effect. Well, those have been dropped, and as you can see, why? Because the heat risk has really lowered, now just more like elevated as we get into tomorrow, and even less of an issue as we get into Thursday, as temperatures actually dip perhaps slightly or near average highs instead of those well above normal temperatures in the triple digits. High pressure, which has been locked in across the southwest and the Four Corners, is actually now shifting to the east. It is weakening, giving us an opportunity to really take advantage of our natural AC and that marine layer and the onshore flow and that sea breeze. We'll get some of those thunderstorm chances again, especially over the mountains and deserts, but basically anywhere. As you can see, our computer model here picking up maybe a quarter of an inch of rain in Big Bear as we get into tomorrow and Thursday, and then some light shower chances here closer to the coast in Ventura, but mainly out towards the mountains and deserts today. 106 in Indio, 82 in Inglewood. As we look at our temperature trend here, you can see how we'll go from 93 in Ontario, which isn't bad, actually, comparatively to where we have been, dropping to 86 on Thursday. All right, stay with us. We will be right back after this quick commercial.
People worldwide are grieving the death of Jackie, a majestic bald eagle often called the Queen of Big Bear by her many internet followers.
Yeah, we've been following her journey for so long, and Jackie died yesterday after a nearly month-long bout with a mysterious illness. Mario Ramirez standing by with all the details. Mario?
Yeah, that's right. Watched by millions, and we've been tracking her journey since 2015. Jackie is now being called the bald eagle influencer. We're definitely sad to see her go. And this is where the fight for her life actually began. After a raptor rescue team based here at the San Dimas Canyon Nature Center helped get her treatment, unfortunately, Jackie wouldn't survive long after. So take a look. She was the undisputed queen of Big Bear, flying above this lake, raising a family while millions watched from around the world. But Jackie's final 3 weeks were spent at the Ojai Raptor Center. She'd been rescued in July 17th to be exact, after she was found grounded and unable to fly following an altercation with two other eagles. Veterinarians discovered she was seriously ill, suffering from severe anemia, and Jackie received intensive care, including oxygen therapy and a blood transfusion, but her condition deteriorated and she died early Monday morning at 14 years old. She hatched in Big Bear Valley in 2012, the first bald eagle known to have been born there, and then there was Shadow. The two became mates in 2018. Their nest became must-see TV for nature lovers. And Gomez Elementary in the San Bernardino City Unified School District, well, they took some time out of their day today to celebrate Jackie's life. Take a look at this.
I'm a little bit sad the fact that, we've lost her. It's okay that our students see that, because they need to learn that nature is a circle of life.
Here at Gomez, the mascot is the golden eagle. Sometimes it symbolizes brave, the courage, creativity.
Even though she might not be with us physically, she's still with us emotionally in our hearts.
So some activities that we would recommend they do is journal. Perhaps they can talk to an adult about maybe their favorite part, their favorite memory that they saw when they were looking at the live cam, going out in nature and enjoying other animals that they can identify and see.
Over her lifetime, Jackie hatched 10 eaglets, 7 of them living long enough to take their first flight from the nest. And we've been following, again, her journey since 2015 live. It has been amazing to see how many people have made a connection with Jackie. It was interesting to hear some of those young people talking about it, some of the stuff they've learned. I was talking to some of the early morning hikers here in San Dimas who say Jackie, Shadow, their eaglets, they became part of their regular lives. They would drop in on those live cameras with that view from above her nest to see exactly what she was up to. So definitely sad for nature and bird enthusiasts here in Southern California and across the world. For now, live in San Dimas, we'll send it back to you.
Yeah, it taught so much to so many people, right? Their journey and just the cycle and nature of life.
Right.
All right, Mario, thank you. There's a major power move in the works at LA City Hall, and council member mayoral candidate Nithya Raman says it's retaliation for challenging Mayor Karen Bass.
Gigi Graciette live in downtown LA at City Hall with more on this. Gigi.
Well, we have mixed opinions on this being political payback or simply the result of failed leadership. Councilwoman and mayoral candidate Nithya Raman, though, wasted no time in putting out a commercial with her response to the news that the city council she serves on wants to remove her from leading the Housing and Homelessness Committee.
I called for an audit of our homelessness programs in Los Angeles, and now I've been removed as the chair of the Housing and Homelessness Committee. I might be getting punished for running against Mayor Bass, but Angelinos are the ones who are paying the price for these political games. The mayor has blocked.
Just hours after learning the council wants to remove her, the mayoral candidate and the sitting councilwoman clapped back with a commercial accusing those on the city council of political retaliation, saying they want her removed from leading the city's Housing and Homelessness Committee simply because she's challenging the current mayor, Karen Bass. Now, several council members, including the council president, have supported Mayor Bass's bid for re-election publicly, and that has Raman accusing them of political retribution, something several council members have already denied publicly, saying this move was to be expected as homelessness in the city of Los Angeles continues to go up.
That's absolutely ridiculous. There's no political retaliation going on here. These were conversations that have been underway for many weeks. There have been a number of changes in committee assignments, and just crying victim because she doesn't like her new assignments or her new workload doesn't make it so.
It's nakedly political. Everyone knows that President Marquise Harrison Dawson is a close ally of the incumbent mayor, and her policies have failed, and this is an effort to mask accountability.
In a written statement, a spokesperson for Bass's campaign accused Raman of failing in her leadership role to get homeless people off the streets, accusing her of canceling committee meetings for weeks, not showing up for important votes, and failing to deliver on building more housing. But the councilwoman has said that roadblocks were set up for her, and she blames the mayor. Now, what will happen to the committee? Who will lead it? Well, word is that the city council may split that actual committee into two. One focused on housing, another focused on homelessness. It remains to be seen if that will happen, and if so, who will lead those two committees. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, Gigi, thank you. A former penthouse model accused of targeting wealthy men appears in court as newly released jailhouse calls reveal new details in this case. Prosecutors played audio tape in court showing 28-year-old Adva Levy urging her ex-husband to use credit cards belonging to her ex-fiancé, billionaire Stephen Klubeck. Prosecutors say Levy encouraged former adult film actor Eden Ives to use Klubeck's cards and suggested her mother join in, even though Levy and Klubeck were not on speaking terms. Levy also reportedly told Ives she planned to testify against Klubeck. The timeshare mogul is facing separate felony charges for alleged witness tampering in Levy's case. He pleaded not guilty on Friday.
Jury selection continues today in Las Vegas for the man accused of helping to kill rap icon Tupac Shakur. Dwayne "Keefe D" Davis allegedly helped plan the shooting of the rap icon back in 1996. The investigation went cold until Davis started making public statements about the shooting and published a tell-all memoir saying he was a rival gang's leader who was reportedly seeking revenge. Davis claims there was no rivalry with Shakur, but prosecutors aim to prove Davis helped orchestrate the murder and provided the weapon.
He was kind of the boss of that group, and that he would have been the one to give the order. I'm bringing in everything that I can find to make it seem as if Keefe D was the biggest boss in the world and that everybody would have only made a move if he told them to.
Davis was arrested for the murder back in 2023, and the trial in Las Vegas is expected to last up to 5 weeks. All right, we'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
And you're here.
Yeah, I am back on the set with you guys. Any chit chat?
With an eye on the weather?
You're getting ready for first day, or first day has happened?
Well, officially it's on Monday.
It's on Monday.
Yes.
Okay.
So right now it's all about
so you're doing like the trial runs,
registration,
orientation, getting the rules of high school, things like that.
High school.
I know. 9th grade.
So do you visit the school, do the orientation, come back, and so you're not just...
He is, yeah.
Actually going to class.
Who's more nervous, him or you?
That's a really good question. Probably I was definitely last night because I didn't know how to tie a tie. So they had to wear a tie to this week. Yeah, yeah. So I was
Isn't
like
it
trying to
around the tree.
I don't know. We were watching YouTube videos and we were like trying to.
That's one way to do it. With that skinny tie, that's just around the tree, up the tree, down the tree.
You should send Gus a video.
Can you?
Come on.
You need to do it with the same.
Uncle Bob?
Yeah.
Around. Okay.
Around the tree.
I'll show
Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Because it's a little complicated on the YouTube channel last night. Anyway, okay. So a lot of kids are prepping for back to school.
For her son.
Oh, you did? Well, you should. Okay. It's not too late for us. We need it. Last night we were up so late trying to tie the tie. Okay, let's. We're excited about back to school. They'll be next week officially, so you won't see me here on Monday because of that. But listen, we've got the gradual cooling trend continuing this week, right on track. The monsoons, though, will be with us. It'll feel a little bit humid, and there's a chance for some more of these isolated thunderstorms. But the good news is the temperatures are going down. The heat advisories were allowed to expire. We just have one advisory, and that's the coastal flood advisory for some of that high tide that's still coming later tonight. 121 days, the dry streak continues for downtown LA. Maybe we'll get a surprise shower straying over the mountains and heading into downtown, but I doubt it. It's been, like I said, since April 12th, since we last saw a drop of rain. We'll probably add another red box today, but Wednesday maybe a blue box because of this above average high we're expecting. But today we're getting closer. 86 is what we're expecting for downtown. That's down from yesterday's 91, and our sunset time later at 7:44. Here are the highs we're expecting today. 97 in San Bernardino, 95 in Santa Clarita, 96 in Woodland Hills, to that 106 in Palm Springs. All right, when I come back, I'll show you that 70 forecast. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. Well, you can eat your way around the world without leaving Anaheim.
This is super fun. The Anaheim Packing District is hosting its annual World Taste event tonight. And joining us now is World Taste organizer Devin Reeves and Chef David Fuerte from El Encantura, En Familia, and Union Burger Society. 3 different restaurants. All right, Devin, so tell us all about this World Taste Day.
Yeah, so we're here at the historic Anaheim Packing House. Where else could you come enjoy over 24 different menu options from amazing chefs in a 1919 citrus packaging facility in Orange County? So we're super on theme this year, but everything's taking place today from 5 to 9 p.m.
I love that spot. If you've ever been to that venue, it's so great.
I was saying you don't have to go to this event to go around the world there.
Right.
But this you do in a very special way because you get tickets and you can try so many different things, including stuff that's served up by Chef Fuerte. Show us what you got going on there, Chef.
All right, guys, so our first sub is going to be Union Burger Society, which is going to be in the Make building right behind the Anaheim Packing House. This is going to be our Wagyu slider with bacon jam.
Ooh.
And then next up is going to be our En Cultura, which is where we're standing in right now, which is our Texas-style barbecue with Mexican infusions. This is going to be our barbecue Wagyu pulled beef with a poblano mashed potato on the bottom. And then next up is actually one of the biggest restaurants in the Anaheim Packing House, which is our brunch house and Mexican steakhouse. It's going to be a blue corn sope with our beans that we make, and then Wagyu, some sour cream, and a little bit of cotija cheese.
Wow, that all looks...
And you'll be able to taste this tonight at Taste of Anaheim.
That looks
the last
incredible.
one, that's from En Cultura?
You are...
Yes, no, the last one is going to be En Familia. This is En Familia.
Okay, the middle one's En.
And then En Cultura is the middle one, and then obviously the slider is from Union Burger Society.
You're the chef of 3 different restaurants there at the Anaheim Packing District.
We actually...
Wow.
Yes, so we actually have 7 locations total, but here at the Packing District, we have 3 locations.
Wow. And is that burger, is it like a smash burger? It looks, I like how it looks.
It's not a
crispy.
smash burger, but I mean, if you smash it, now you got a smash burger. Because technically, that's what a smash burger is. It's a smash burger. And then
you got to smash the patty, spread it out a little, right?
But you have a choice. When you come dine with us, you have a choice.
All right, tell us about the Disney connection here at this event.
Yeah, so we're so excited for the 3rd year to be working with D23. If you haven't heard, they're having their big party here in Anaheim at the Convention Center and surrounding areas. So we get to be an official D23 night at the Packing District. So they've decided on a theme this year that's more of a millennium theme with Y2K. We're going to have a DJ spinning 2000s grooves. We're going to have games in the backyard and then trivia over at the Make building.
And tickets are still available, right? So if any of our viewers are watching right now, you can basically sample again. Tell us, when you get these tickets, how many different vendors can you sample from, and how can you get these tickets?
So if you want to purchase tickets online, which might be your easiest bet, go online today before 12:30 to get your tickets. Or you can take a gamble and see if we'll have any left over at the door. Everybody gets to decide, do you want to go for 7 tastes or do you want to go for 4 tastes? Ooh. I would definitely team up with a group of friends so I could try multiple, try all the tastes.
Good idea.
Sample everything.
But there's 24 restaurants.
Whoa.
But yeah, there's lots of chefs here. Very unique product. So
bring your
anywhere you go in
appetite.
the Packing District, you're going to get a great product.
Awesome. We could see that, Chef Fuerte.
Thank you so much, Devin and Chef Fuerte. Oh, it's going to be a great day. World Taste Day in Anaheim.
We wish you could have it.
We'll see you here.
Bye.
Welcome back. If you typically don't play the lottery, you may want to at least consider giving it a shot tomorrow night, because that's when a nearly $1 billion will be up for grabs. The Powerball jackpot is now worth around $975 million. This comes after no one had the grand prize ticket last night. Despite that, though, some people did collect significant prizes. One ticket bought in Tennessee is worth $2 million, and 2 other tickets bought in Maryland and California, each one $1 million. The next drawing is Wednesday night, and it'll be the largest since December. So you got to be in it to win it. Get your ticket.
Get your tickets. SpaceX is struggling to recover its Starship rocket from the Indian Ocean.
Esther Bauer from our sister station in Orlando, Florida, has more on what's going on.
It almost looks like a whale sitting on the surface of the sea, but it's actually the world's biggest rocket on its way back to shore.
You know, as our Florida boaters know, big things in the water can be difficult to get them to do what you want them to do.
And that's been the case for Starship, with Elon Musk posting on X. Unfortunately, ship recovery is not looking good right now. Nonetheless, we were able to obtain close-up photos of critical regions of the heat shield and engines for future upgrades.
To get your eyes on the vehicle and to inspect it, to take components of it apart and fully review them.
Florida Tech space expert Don Platt says close-up photos and even removing parts of the heat shield in the water will help SpaceX prepare for future flights. But if the rocket can't survive the ocean voyage, SpaceX needs a plan B so other countries or competitors can't get their hands on the ship.
They're going to have to make a decision. If they can't bring it back to shore, they're going to have to sink it.
Having to sink rockets could be on the horizon for spaceflight in the future.
You can launch when you're ready, and there are fewer regulations.
The federal government is now weighing the idea of expanding offshore space launch and re-entry activities, and SpaceX is on board. The company just submitted this letter to the Bureau of Ocean Energy Management saying SpaceX supports use of the OCS for offshore space launch and re-entry, including purpose-built and repurposed facilities for launch and catch operations of reusable spaceflight vehicles.
There aren't any shrimp boats around you. The cruise ships aren't around. There's no commercial jets in the area.
Platt says using the ocean could ease congestion on land as the industry grows, but its effects on the environment still need to be considered. Reporting in Brevard County, Esther Bauer, Fox News.
All right, let's talk about our week, because some changes finally. A break in our very hot weather pattern. That high pressure system is finally weakening, pushing off to the east. We're seeing this computer model show us this trough of lower pressure, a little disturbed area of weather. We'll be moving a little closer to the west coast, not bringing us as an organized rainstorm or anything like that, but it is just increasing the onshore flow, helping to usher in that cooler air mass from the northwest. And then as we take a look at the weekend, the high will kind of build back a little bit, but not as strong as it has been. So we'll still keep the slightly cooler temperatures, but it will warm up slightly from the cool down we're going to be expecting as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. Temperatures on the beach, on the sand, 74 to 77 degrees. Surf heights, fun, 1 to 3 feet, most everywhere except for Orange County, maybe just slightly bigger sets, occasionally 2 to 4. We do have the high tides coming in tonight, 7.3 to 7.5 feet. That's going to cause some minor flooding into some low-lying areas, some of the parking lots, some of those beachfront condos. So just be prepared for that later again tonight. 86 for downtown LA today. Look at the 70s on Thursday and Friday. It's been a while. I can't remember the last time we saw a high in the 70s for downtown LA. It's been a hot summer thus far. 96 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, back down to the 80s. More comfortable, a little drier too, a little less humid, I should say. The mountains, 80, a little humidity and instability too, with that chance for some thunderstorms. That instability continues tomorrow, and then it'll start drying out for the weekend, but we'll get back down to the mid 70s there. 98 in the high desert, back down to the 80s on Thursday. Slight chance for some thunderstorms continuing tomorrow. Otherwise, greater chances for those storms in the low desert today. 106 in Palm Springs. Still unstable tomorrow, and then drying out a bit as we get to Thursday into the weekend. And even there, a little cooler, down to 101 on Thursday. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. One of the best ways to beat the heat is a dip in the pool. That's exactly what this mama bear and her cub did in California. Look at that. Cameras
more
caught
specific.
the two.
You said in California.
California. That's all I got for you.
Anywhere California.
It's where the wildland, urban interface. Okay. The cameras caught the two taking a swim in the backyard pool, as you see there. They even tested out the hot tub. They know how to do it right. Sightings like this are a reminder to stay alert and give wildlife plenty of space, even in your own neighborhood.
I feel like we show at least 3 bear videos a day. I mean, we could have played this like 2 days ago. It would have been the same. Look, there's a bear in a pool.
Okay, well, let them live.
Let them live. Yeah, just let them live. Your dog is always happy to see you, but researchers say when you give them a big smile, their brains register that as a treat.
Aww.
Researchers did MRIs on specially trained, fully awake dogs and measured brain activity when the dogs looked at human faces expressing emotions of happiness, anger, fear, and sadness. The happy faces activated the region in the dog's brain linked to reward and pleasure, even when the face was a total stranger. Fearful faces also stood out to the dogs. However, they did not differentiate between angry and sad faces. The study is in the journal iScience.
No, I think dogs can
for sure.
Distinctively,
especially the tone.
No, sad or angry.
Yeah, if I said like he did something, I said who did this?
No, just based on your face.
I can just say who did this, and it's like oh.
Yep.
And he likes hug. He hugs me.
Aww.
He'll come on and he'll put his 2 paws on here because he wants a hug.
If you're sad?
No, just every day when I come home.
Oh, nice.
He wants a hug.
Must be nice. All right, I'm still not getting a dog yet.
I swear, it's the cutest thing.
Hi there, good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA at 10 o'clock. I'm Sandra Endo.
And I'm Jen Lammers in for Roxia this morning.
We're really mourning this story. Nature lovers around the world are really sad about the death of Jackie, the bald eagle.
Yeah, beloved big bear eagle. She was an internet sensation for so many people for more than a decade. Mario Ramirez is standing by with more. Good morning.
Jen, Sandra, good morning. There's something about Jackie. We've heard in this community here in San Dimas, several people have come up to us saying that this was just no famous bald eagle. This was something special. They say they were rooting, holding on hope that she would make it. Unfortunately, she didn't, and it was a rescue team here at the San Dimas Nature Center that took her in, initially giving her care before sending her to Ojai, where unfortunately she died weeks later. Now, take a look. You can see her in action here. So many mourning the loss of Jackie, who passed at 14 years old, not only becoming the most famous bald eagle in the country, but a symbol of conservation for millions. Now fans around the world are mourning. She died early Monday after spending 3 weeks in the care of the Ojai Raptor Center. She was taken there after a territorial fight with two younger eagles left her injured and unable to fly, and veterinarians discovered that Jackie was anemic. Despite their efforts, her health continued to deteriorate. We know she hatched above Big Bear Lake in 2012, believed to be the first bald eagle born in the area, and then came Shadow. In 2018, he moved into Jackie's territory, eventually becoming her mate. A 24/7 Nest camera allowed millions of people to watch their story unfold in real time through eggs and eaglets. They bared snowstorms and setbacks, and this morning we talked with part of the rescue team here in San Dimas. Listen to what they had to say.
It's very unfortunate just because, we do a lot. Me and my staff here work endlessly around the clock trying to nurse these birds back to good health and, put them back into their natural habitat, especially here at the San Dimas Nature Center is working with Ojai. So I'm pretty sure, they're feeling the effects too. They usually don't last that long with that. They usually go quick. She fought for a while. That's the resilience, the fighter. Oh, definitely.
Jackie's legacy now stretches far beyond that nest. Her followers helped rally behind an effort to save Moon Camp, 63 acres of land near the eagle's territory, from development. And it really is an end of a remarkable chapter. Jackie, again, 14 years old, and according to the California Department of Fish and Wildlife, these bald eagles can live anywhere from 15 to 25, sometimes even 30 years. So a lot of people sad to see that she's no longer here, but her legacy, as I mentioned, lives on. For now, that's the latest here in San Dimas. We'll send it back to you.
So many eyes on that nest for so long. We all felt like they were almost a part of our family.
That's right.
We would check in on them when they had the new eaglets when they first hatched. It's a sad end of a chapter.
The eagle cam. We're going to watch if Jolene moves in.
She really became part of people's daily lives. So I know even when there was an attack from another eagle on the nest, people were watching that as well. So many crazy moments that they've been following, millions of people.
That's right.
The drama of it all.
Yeah, and there's more drama, right, with Jolene.
That's right.
Moving in, so-called Jolene. Not too fast now,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Cool down a little bit.
Exactly.
It's nature.
Nature, that's right. Thank you, Mario. So there are new concerns this morning about the numbers behind LA's homelessness crisis. According to the Los Angeles Times, a reporting glitch involving shelter beds may have significantly affected Skid Row's 2026 homeless count. Records show the area's homeless population grew by more than 800,000 people. That's a 24% jump. But the Times found that more than 600 of those individuals were already occupying shelter beds that had existed for years and were not counted consistently. The findings are fueling criticism of the Los Angeles Homeless Services Authority and renewing debates over how homelessness is measured across the city.
And homelessness is part of some of the new drama in the battle for LA mayor. Candidate Nithya Raman is set to lose a key city council leadership position.
And she says it's political payback for challenging Mayor Karen Bass. Gigi Graciette is live at City Hall with the story, and we're hearing really from both sides on this morning.
That's right. You were talking about drama. There is plenty of it, the political kind, here at Los Angeles City Hall, with the announcement that Nithya Raman will be losing her leadership role as chairwoman of the city's Housing and Homelessness Committee. The councilwoman and, of course, mayoral candidate wasted no time taking to the airwaves with her clapback.
I called for an audit of our homelessness programs in Los Angeles, and now I've been removed as the chair of the Housing and Homelessness Committee. I might be getting punished for running against Mayor Bass, but Angelinos are the ones who are paying the price for these political games. The mayor has blocked our independently elected...
A commercial from Councilwoman and mayoral candidate Nithya Raman, appearing just hours after learning that the city council wants her out. They want her, or they don't want her, to lead the city's Housing and Homelessness Committee anymore. Several council members, including Council President Marquise Harris Dawson, have openly supported Mayor Karen Bass's bid for re-election, and that has Raman accusing them of political payback, retribution, something several council members have already spoken out on, denying, saying this move had to be expected as homelessness numbers continue to rise in the city of Los Angeles.
It's nakedly political. Everyone knows that President Marquise Harris Dawson is a close ally of the incumbent mayor, and her policies have failed, and this is an effort to mask accountability.
That's absolutely ridiculous. There's no political retaliation going on here. It has been incumbent upon her to plan for the future, to understand the issues and challenges that we were faced with, and to course correct where necessary. She has not taken any substantive or meaningful action.
In a written statement, a spokesperson for Bass's campaign accused Raman of failing in her leadership role to get homeless people off the streets, accusing her of canceling committee meetings for weeks, not showing up for votes, and failing to deliver on building more housing. The councilwoman, Raman, says that she did everything she could, but she was met with roadblocks and basically blames the mayor. So you have a she said going on at City Hall. What will happen to the committee? Well, word is the city council wants to split it into two committees, one for housing, one for homelessness. Reporting live in downtown Los Angeles, I'm Gigi Graciette. Back to you.
All right, we'll see how things play out as we get closer to the election. Thank you so much, Gigi. One of Hollywood's biggest studios is threatening to leave California, a move that could take thousands of entertainment jobs with it. Variety reporting Paramount Skydance CEO David Ellison is prepared to start moving the company out of California as early as October 1st, unless State Attorney General Rob Bonta agrees to a settlement or settlement talks over a lawsuit challenging Paramount's Warner Brothers Discovery merger. The headquarters would reportedly move first, followed by a 5-year plan to shift most studio jobs out of the state. Georgia, Texas, and Tennessee are among the possible relocations. If the merger happens, Variety expects Ellison and his team to slash thousands of jobs at the combined company to save money and streamline operations. This morning, Attorney General Rob Bonta called Ellison's announcement, quote, an attempt at blackmail that won't work.
Developing news in Boyle Heights this morning, workers are expected to remove the last few tons of rotted food and stinking mess from a massive burned out warehouse before the end of the week. The cold storage warehouse owner, Lineage Logistics, says approximately 90% of the food waste has been removed. More than a week-long fire destroyed the warehouse back in June, and cleanup began on July 7th. Lineage Logistics Chief Operating Officer Jeff Rivera says the removal of more than 42 tons of spoiled meat and other food is now in the final stretch. He adds the company will tirelessly work until the job is done.
A tree falls and crushes somebody's car in Woodland Hills. Take a look at this. The massive tree keeled over at about 1 o'clock this morning, blocking most of Topanga Canyon Boulevard near Dumetz Road. LA firefighters left the scene shortly after, and no one was inside the car, which is a good thing. The road has been closed, though, until LA Street Services clears that tree.
High tides caused some minor flooding in the Long Beach Harbor and beach areas. The tide peaked at nearly 7 feet a little bit after 8 o'clock last night, pushing water up onto Bay Shore Avenue. No damage reported here. The extra high tides, though, are expected to continue through tomorrow evening.
New this morning, the Los Angeles County Fire Department's Urban Search and Rescue Team is mobilizing and preparing for possible deployment to quake-ravaged Colombia. That move comes as the death toll there has topped 200, with thousands more people missing. A traveler at an airport shot this video yesterday as the magnitude 7.4 quake shook western Colombia. Officials say nearly 1,600 buildings were damaged or destroyed. Reports say more than 3,000 people are missing at this point. Soldiers and volunteers are pulling concrete rubble apart by hand, searching for survivors. Fox 11 spoke to a former Los Angeles resident who lives in Colombia, and he said Southern California quakes did not prepare him for what he experienced yesterday.
Today was a crazy day, honestly. Living in Los Angeles, you've been through many earthquakes, right? And I don't think any of them was at the magnitude of today, what I experienced today. And, you hear the screams, you hear the people crying and them running down the stairs. And, outside of my building, I saw a lot of people, outside. A lot of people ran outside.
Colombia's government has declared a national emergency to speed up funding. The U.S. State Department has pledged more than $15 million to help with emergency shelter, food, and rescue operations.
President Trump is demanding compensation from Iran for decades of attacks on Americans. This all comes as we're learning more about what may have been an elaborate Iranian assassination plot targeting the president. Doug Luzader has more this morning from Washington.
The Washington Post has uncovered what's described as an elaborate ruse by the Secret Service to whisk the president out of Turkey last month, fearing an assassination attempt by Iran.
President Trump offered just a brief wave as he boarded Air Force One to leave the NATO summit in Turkey last month. But according to the Washington Post, unbeknownst to almost everyone, the plane then took off without him because of concerns over a possible assassination plot by Iran. How did the Secret Service pull that off? Rewind the tape. According to the Post, after the president boarded, an airport catering truck, something like this, secretly took him to another military plane. A short time later, after switching to the newer presidential aircraft in the UK, the president was asked about what appeared to be other security precautions.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against your
Well, I have a threat all the time. I'm number one on their list, before you. But if I go, you go.
But it turns out the press pool had actually been flying without him for a time. When asked about the switch yesterday, the White House said, "There are many enemies of America who have their sights set on him, and we use every tool at our disposal to address those threats." And that report came out just after the president was asked about Iran's demand for war reparations.
They asked for money for the damage that we've done, and I said, that's a good idea. Well, we're going to ask for money for the damage they've done over a 50-year period.
The president cited attacks on U.S. service members over the years, as well as the deaths of Iranian protesters. In Washington, Doug Luzader, Fox News.
Orange Coast College gets a $900,000 donation to help launch a new air traffic control program. Donor Foster Standback has championed OCC's aviation and aerospace programs for a long time, paying for specialized classrooms, simulation equipment, and technology to kickstart the program. Introductory programs will start this semester with the full curriculum available next fall. The college says the program could serve hundreds of students in its first 5 years and will help meet the nation's growing demand for qualified controllers.
That's a good option for those in high school thinking about careers, and such a need for it, you guys. All right, good morning. We are watching the satellite radar pictures right now, and we are seeing these thunderstorms popping up. So these convective clouds and showers popping up over the Inland Empire, parts of our desert communities that drive through Barstow, picking up some of that lightning right now. So please be mindful of that as you make plans for the afternoon and evening. You could be encountering some of those storms, which could generate some flash flooding. Right now, we're picking up some of that moisture here on the Futurecast, and that will continue through the afternoon, evening. Even tomorrow, we're still going to pick up some of that humidity, but it'll be a little bit less. High pressure is going to continue to weaken, so temperatures will cool as a result, at least cooler than where we have been, and even dipping below the average. That high will build back a little bit as we get to the weekend, however, not as strong as what we have seen these last several weeks. So we'll just bump up the temperature slightly, but nowhere near those extreme heat alert values that we saw. Currently, it is 70. 77 in Santa Clarita, so it's warm. 81 in Corona, 81 as well in San Bernardino, 94 in Palm Springs, 73 in Big Bear. As we look at our highs today, we'll get up to around 106 in Palm Springs with that 40% chance for some thunderstorms. High desert, similar conditions up into the mountains, and Big Bear getting up to near 80 degrees. Downtown LA will be down from yesterday's 91 to around 86, which will be a little bit more comfortable, but picking up a little bit of that humidity still, though. 96 for the valleys and the Inland Empire, 77 along the coast. We'll show you more of the radar and talk about the extended outlook when I come back. But first, let's talk about traffic. Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by My Home Sold. We're going to zoom into one of our live traffic cameras here, and it's busy on this freeway. This is the 55 down in Orange County at MacArthur. So there's definitely more volume on the roads. We've definitely been seeing it this week as kids continue to go back to school. So parents, you know what I'm talking about. As we take a look at our drive times in and out of downtown LA, it has been slower. Even at this hour when it would typically have been a lot quicker here now on that West 10. This is from Mid-City going towards Santa Monica between the 5 to the 405. It's about half an hour. On that North 110 between the 405 to the 10, 21 minutes. And on that West 60, a little bit better, but still slow. 57 to the 5 there, 34 minutes. Now let's take a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
Hi, I'm Adrian with My Home Sold, and we want to buy your house. We buy any house in any condition. No commissions, no closing costs, and no repairs. Go to myhomesold.com for a free same-day cash offer. That's myhomesold.com.
Welcome back. Kaiser Permanente will commit up to $32 million to help expand the emergency department at the struggling Martin Luther King Jr. Community Hospital in Willowbrook. Kaiser today announced a $25 million charitable grant for the actual ER expansion and $7 million for the purchase and loan of modular building to provide temporary emergency care space during construction. Officials say the current ER is now handling about 125,000 visits every year, which is 5 times the number it was designed to serve.
All right, tens of thousands of LAUSD families are getting ready for the first day of school tomorrow.
Oh boy, Brooke Thomas is live in Baldwin Hills to check out the preparations underway before students return. Good morning.
Hey there. Yeah, so school starts tomorrow, but I already found some kids. Come on in, squeeze in with me. Okay, Davion, right? And did I say that right? Davon. I added an extra syllable. And Summer, they're both 8 years old, and they are here because their parents are volunteering the day before school starts. Okay, are you excited?
Yes.
You are, and you not so much because you really like hanging out with your mom, but you know it's going to be a good year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What do you like best about school?
Science.
Oh, okay. What about you? Math and oh wow, of course. But you know what? That's not a shocker because we've been talking all morning long about the excellence at this. I'm about to talk to your principal. You can be honest, though, even though she's standing right there. Do you have a cool principal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Why?
Because our school is fun, and it wouldn't happen if our principal wasn't here.
Oh, okay. Why is she a cool principal?
Because she doesn't yell at us.
She doesn't yell at you. I like that. Yes, that would be bad vibes. Principal, come on over here. Thank you, kids. I hope you have a great year. What's that like?
I don't yell at them. I try not to as much as possible.
And it's so fun. They told me it's fun. She was telling me earlier Summer that it's fun because you had firefighters come last year.
Yes, we do. We really do try to create a lot of joy for our students when they're coming to school. We think the more joy they have, the more inclined they are to want to come to school.
I love that.
And then that also helps with our attendance. And then we have good attendance. That helps with our test scores. And then just that overall achievement that we want our students to leave here with.
That's awesome. You guys, the vibes are high at the school.
Yeah.
I can already tell just walking in here. Obviously, like you have such a vibrant personality, but your teachers are cool. Miss Jamie in the cafeteria. I was like, wow, I want to hang out here.
Well, they do say that. We are welcoming. We really do try to create a welcoming environment for our families, not just our families, but our community.
Yeah.
Very, very community-based school where you see our parents are here to volunteer, and it's not just today because it's the day before the first day of school, but they're here every day.
I love that.
And our teachers, I returned July 21st. And I'm sitting in my office, and I think about 3 teachers returned with me.
Wow.
And they did not have to be here until yesterday.
They just wanted to be there.
They just wanted to come.
Yeah.
They were excited about the new school year, wanting to get their rooms together, and just getting prepared for our scholars to arrive.
Okay, so lots to look forward to this upcoming school year. What's top of the list for you?
Oh, let's see. Well, first, our event today, Popsicles in the Park.
Yeah.
So we're going to have all of our families come. They're going to come to get to meet their teacher for the next year and just fellowship and listen to music and get a good vibe and get ready for the next school year.
I love that. That's awesome. Okay, thank you so much.
You.
Yes. Okay, I'll send things back to you all in the studio. It's going to be a great day tomorrow.
Yeah, very
is.
exciting.
And a great year ahead for all of those kids. All right, Brooke, thank you. Southern California teachers, speaking of teachers, can now get extra cash with a new grant up for grabs. The California Credit Union Foundation is offering 10 grants worth $500 each to help teachers pay for classroom expenses and new learning opportunities. Full-time teachers in LA and Orange counties can apply for this, along with active teachers who are credit union members. Past grants have funded everything from water rocket experiments to sign language programs and drone workshops. Applications are due September 12th.
I believe the children are future.
Teach them well and let them lead the way.
If you know, you know. Who sang that?
Whitney Houston.
Of course.
Of course.
Which brings us to our next story. If you ever wanted to dress like Whitney Houston, well, here is your chance. You can actually buy an outfit once owned by the diva herself. Her estate is teaming up with Julian's Auctions for this very special event. The most valuable item could be either her monogram luggage. Look at that.
Nice. Okay.
Now that could sell for over $4,000.
But her dresses.
I know, the dresses. Look at those.
Iconic.
So beautiful. You can even buy the Platinum Sales Award for her hit song, I Want to Dance with Somebody.
That's too high for me to sing.
I want to feel that beat.
Sing it, girl.
There are also many outfits that she's worn on stage. Who could forget? To award shows, even on vacations. 100% of the profits will go directly to the Whitney Houston Legacy Foundation, furthering her mission to rebuild lives and empower communities. The bidding went live at 10 o'clock this morning and goes until 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Got some time left.
Yeah, Whitney Houston is also getting the Barbie treatment for the first time. The new doll released on what would have been her 63rd birthday. Celebrates her iconic 1987 music video for I Want to Dance with Somebody. Who can forget that dress? Oh,
no.
I wanted that dress.
The earrings,
yes.
everything.
The Barbie replicates her look from the iconic music video. It was made in collaboration with Whitney's sister-in-law, Pat Houston. Mattel says it's meant to celebrate Whitney's record-breaking career, timeless music that continues to resonate with fans. It's available now for $60. Come on. Hopefully it's 63 with tax.
right, round it up. For her birthday.
Yeah.
But that voice, gosh, like
there will
nothing
be
like
no
it.
other.
She's one of a kind for sure. All right, Upper Deck Golf is returning to Dodger Stadium in December. The event involves golfers hitting shows from the stands and upper levels of Dodger Stadium towards custom greens on the field. And Dodgers executives say the Upper Deck Golf event is one of the most unique ways to enjoy the stadium in the off season. I've been to this before. It's pretty fun. It's really interesting to see. You're just hitting those balls off the deck.
Awesome.
It's a unique way to enjoy the stadium. There'll also be food, of course, music, beverages, a golf challenge. Registration for tee times will open September 25th, but you can also join an early access list through the Dodgers website, so check that out. The annual event runs December 4th through 6th. What a fun way to enjoy.
Love it. All right, 10:26. We'll be right back.